Freak Face, you ready for a show? I hope so. Because I've done some work. I've done a lot of work. B-dubs have been busy. So busy. You're going to love this. I promise you. Get ready to fall in love with something, okay? So, I've been working. I've been busy. You see off in the distance with the depth of field on, a nice blurry, beautiful, blurry background, right? I've been busy. I've been working on this section quite a bit, all right? And I've done a couple of things. Let's talk about them, okay? There's going to be, now everybody's like, oh, you know, do building on camera. I've done quite a bit off camera here, so there's going to be quite a bit of me showing off and talking about what I've been doing. So I hope you're ready. I'm kind of sticking with this pillar design. I'm committing to it because I think overall it's going to look good. It's going to look real nice. It's got that light color. It's probably one of the most brilliant uses of diorite I could come up with. Because you've got this. We want to keep things light. We want to keep things bright. But quartz is so expensive. So expensive. And just in this building alone, I'm pretty much almost out of quartz. Yeah, that goes to show you. But so yeah, you see it here, right? We've seen this. I've kind of continued the bushes running down, so some of them kind of dangle down into the ground. So I'm committing to that design. Okay, and when I start committing, we start making some good progress. This torch actually, I've been looking at it, and I was like, before I start recording, I'm gonna get rid of that torch. By the way, guys, the Building with BdoubleO episodes have been really dark lately. On top of how dark the shaders have made it, they've been really dark because I tried in editing, messing with the levels. And I did something at some point which really made it look very vibrant to me. But it ended up making it way too dark in some scenes on YouTube. So hopefully there's an improvement. It might not be perfect, but it should hopefully be improved today. But anyway, and I'm sorry for that. And I hope you can forgive me. But let's start here, okay? And I'm going to forget some things that I've worked on. But I'm working on some roads here. And notice how they're not my standard roads that are a lot of different materials and textures. It's one. Okay? It's this light stone slab. So it's just a pretty solid design there. But what you'll notice is that I've done some very straight lines in this design. So I've got a straight line coming over here. Normally I would have it wind and weave in throughout places. And here it's got a little bit of a wind to it, but not much, right? It's got a wind to kind of work with this, so it can kind of tie into the side there. But for the most part, pretty straight. And I think I'm going to have to go to sleeper here in a secchi. Because as you can see, it's starting to get dark. But yeah, not bad. I've kind of just, you see how it kind of thickens out right here, and I might actually put a slab here. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm just kind of just judging things. Oh, and I have moved my bed. You guys, well, you're getting a close-up look here, but we'll go over this in a second. I live here now. But I'm jumping the gun. It's too early to talk about that. So that's how I'm doing the roads. Very plain, very simple. But I think once we get buildings and structures in here, it's going to fit the design really well, and it's going to be necessary to keep it kind of plain like that. All right? So we've got that. Now, let's move up to this area. Now, this looks like it's the same thing as what we have down here, but it's not. It's a little different, and here's how, and here's why. First of all, I have this vision in my head of these columns kind of sitting on top of stone stone masses that are being used as supports in some cases. Here, not so. But like the stone is kind of built up right here, and the column is using that stone as a support to stand on. And that's one of those things that gives it some interest. Not only interest, because we've got different height, different height, different height, different height, but gives it some structural look as well. So two different things. It's different, but structurally it looks a lot nicer too. Same thing over here, and I feel like I like this one nicer. Here I place this stone. You know, we have our wall just coming straight down, and then I come in and I place this stone, and I place this pretty intentionally. Like I take a block and I say, okay, one goes here, one goes here, here, maybe here. Over here, I just went, and wherever they fell, that was it. And then I did the same thing for an upper row. And then after I did that, I kind of just did, maybe one there, maybe one there. A little bit of that action. This one looks a little nicer to me than this one. Personal opinion. But same idea here. The thing is, most of these are kind of on the same level. But that's, again, intentional. Just to give some uniform feel to these columns. You think, now, do you see how we broke this down? Break it down. Break the mind process down. And I'm not, in all of this time, the hours that I spent doing all this stuff, it didn't take 6 episodes. It just took me doing it and then coming in here and telling you. I feel like this is a better way, even though we're doing a lot of talking. And then, now here's the other thing, okay? Since this wall is stone, and we've kind of ended up committing to that, right? This is just regular stone. And this down here is stone, right? This down here is stone as well. Is this stone foundation part? I needed to create some separation from this to this, so it all doesn't look the same. So I added some bricks in. See, there's a brick there to separate this from the wall. Brick there. Bricks there. And that separates this stone thing from what's actually a wall. Shows structure. The brick shows a structure there. Huh? You follow? It's not in every spot. It's not everywhere. It's a little random, but it does make it look a little different. Follow? Yes! Okay, so we're doing good so far. I think you guys are following. On the ground, we're going to have to create some differentiation here as well, but that'll happen once I figure out what I'm doing with this. Okay, I don't know exactly what we're putting in here. Might end up being grass, which could actually be kind of cool. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't love the grass color in this biome, so I don't know. Now, stairway. We built this before, and I just used brick all the way up. And I'm telling you, you can see the little changes that I made here. Why is this like it is? Interesting. I think I have to do that. Huh. But I don't think I like it as much for some reason. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it the way it was. That's interesting. I see why it worked out like it did, but I actually like it like that. As weird as that may seem. But, so this was pretty plain and pretty boring last episode. Now we make it interesting, and here's how. Stairs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every 2 blocks apart. Stairs, just random. And then above those stairs, stone. A stone line just going up to there. And that makes it look like there's some support, some pillar or structure or something like that. You see? Aha! Pretty nice indeed. So that takes care of all of that down here. Now, time for the big mamoo, mama. We've got our Parthenon, Pantheon type of building structure here. And I guess since I really haven't focused on it too much, let's step back and take a little bit of a better look from a distance, okay? So this took me quite some time to get how I like it, and I'm still probably going to end up changing some things. But there she blows, okay? And this is kind of how they are. There's like this. There's this structure with the columns all along the outside, and then there's a building on the inside. I think we showed that when we had our first structure over there. But there's room to walk around. In most cases, from what I've seen, room to walk around on all sides. And the main front entrance, there's room to walk, or there's usually a little more room on that side. And since, even though the main access that we're going to use is going to be on the back side, I think we're going to see it more so from this side. So I treated this as the front. This area right here, you see how there's some similarities to the old arena that I did. But this area right here has got some purple and magenta. I had some of that wool left over, so I'm using that. On this line right here, a lot of these structures you'll see will have, what's a good way to show it? We'll have, let's just say this is like the main, let's say we were doing this on a huge scale, okay? Imagine this is too taller and a lot wider. They'll have little support pegs that pop out here from time to time. You see what I'm saying? This is just on a small scale of what I'm trying to explain. So to kind of represent that a little bit, what I did was I just used stairs, and it's really hard to get on such a small scale, but it works. It works, I think. And I think they actually tried doing that and implementing it a little bit visually in the design of the columns on the side. See how it's kind of got a little bit of that? Kind of hard to tell. Now, let's see if I can put a torch on it, if that would help. Yeah, you can kind of see, but that's kind of the column carrying over, so I guess not. But you get the point. So that's what she looks like from the outside. I'm sticking with lighter materials like the stone slabs and stuff on the facade there. So now, the roof. Uh-oh, we got a zombie somewhere. Where? Down here? Really? I thought I did a good job of... Huh. Where is he, I wonder? We'll find him, don't worry. Excuse me, sir. I'm coming back up the escalator, and I don't have any stone. Must repair. Well, I'll repair it later. But anyway, so here she blows. Now, this quartz is going to go really fast, and I'm trying to conserve it as much as I can. But if you'll look, the roof, the majority of the roof is stone slabs. But that's not something anybody's ever going to say anything about or complain about. And that's just a good way to save on quartz. You would never notice that. You didn't notice that from over there, did you? You didn't pick up on that. So, stone slabs. Definitely saving a lot of material there by using that on the roof. So that was the first thing. Next, I had just these columns, top to bottom, all the way. They went like this before. Let's see. Boom. Boom. I hear you, zombie. Where are you? Where could you be? Oh, you're up there, aren't you? You sure are. Come on down, Screw. Come on down. I dare you. I dashed you. Come on. Oh, boy. Here it is! Yes. I didn't think I would have to light this up here. Apparently I do. I don't want to hear these guys moaning and crying all the time. Ha-ha-ya-ha. Okay, there we go. That should take care of that problem. But as I was saying, I've got a lot to share and talk about, so we got to go at a good pace here. Is it sleep time? It is. Okay, let's go to sleep real quick. hopefully this is something that, this is a little bit of a toury episode, I know, but hopefully you guys can pick up inspiration and ideas for your survival worlds with some of the ideas that I've come up with here. So, like I said, I had the column just the same, top to bottom. Now that uses quartz, but I was able to save a quartz. Actually, I might be wasting quartz by doing that, but I'm saving a quartz on the bottom, a quartz column at least, by just doing 2 slabs like that, and then the decorative quartz block there. Because really, these pillars, if you look at pictures online, they're decorative on the bottom. I fell. I'm down here. They're decorative on the bottom. They're not just standard, columns all the way down. Rarely. In most pictures, there's some decorative stuff on the bottom. And on the top as well. But that looked kind of weird. The columns looked really stumpy and short. So this ended up working out really, really well. The other thing that I'm going to try, especially when I start doing these on bigger scales, this might be the smallest one that we build. And that's why I'm saying that little things like this could potentially save on resources in the long haul. The other thing that I need to start working on is I'm going to be building, I should have built this thing up one taller, because most buildings like this have a stair that leads up to it. So normally we would be more so like this. See what I mean? So it would have, it just gives, the reason why I want that is because it gives more interest. It's more points of interest and detail on the bottom. And we could potentially raise the pillars up more. But for this case, it worked out okay. And it's not terrible. We can definitely survive doing it like we're doing it here. Boom. And let's replace this. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. This is my masterpiece. Whoops. Get this dirt out of here. Are you crazy? But something I wanted to do. Well, let's talk about the inside real quick first. So the inside is pretty plain, and it's a lot smaller than you would expect it to be. I should show you the sides as well. The sides, not really going to get a whole lot of attention, and they don't. If you look at buildings like this, you don't ever really see much detail on the sides. So I didn't go crazy, but I just did like a stair design here, a little bit of half slab stair design up there, and a stone column here, stone columns on the corners. The front, I'm using this cobblestone as like an ornate texture when I'm dealing with stone. And I think it's going to be pretty nice, and we'll mess with that in a second. But inside, I continued this stone across as like a structural piece. And yeah, that's basically it. So here's my storage and bed and stuff. That's where I'm going to be staying for the time being. But I wanted to kind of walk around just a little bit with some cobblestone and see if there were some points where we could add some interest with this. And the one thing that's bugging me the most is this railing around these columns. And if you guys have suggestions or ideas, maybe shoot me some. The stone keeps it light, but it's just a little boring at times, like here, you know? So what if I came in and did... Whoops. Oh, right. Okay, well, there you have it. Some slabs. Something like that. It might help add some interest to it from time to time. I don't know. I really don't know. Or just something like that even, maybe. could be kind of cool. Maybe. Or just the stair that I had here was kind of cool. A little bit. We're doing some on-camera building. If you are missing it, if you're doing your homework and you were waiting for on-camera building, but this is just a lot of hemming and hawing. No, that's no good. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to leave that up to you guys and see if you have any ideas for that. I'll mess around with it for quite some time, obviously on my own. But yeah, anyway, by the way, coming up, I will probably have some kind of talking to you type of episodes soon, because I've just recently gone through my YouTube messages and got a lot of things that I feel like I'd like to address. So anyway, yeah, that will probably come up in an episode or so. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll have to do a separate video for it. I'm not sure. But I think that's going to do it. I hope you guys are okay with that. It's kind of a world toury type episode, but I've done a lot of work off camera, and I wanted you guys to kind of see and get an idea of the behind the scenes of how it's all working. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.